CodingPhase.com, your favorite random dude with a hat on, okay? We starting the year with this, right? Happy New Year's, right? And I hope that you had a great last night and you left everything behind. Whatever happened 2025, leave that shit behind. Let's start a new year, okay? I want to come in and start doing this every single day where I come in, drop a video as soon as I wake up, maybe a live stream, come in, hang out with you guys, get your energy up, talk to you guys about, what's the plan, what I'm doing for the day, right? All the cool shit that I'm gonna be doing on that specific day. And yeah, man, and just talk to you guys, man. This how I want to start my mornings, man. Back in 2017, when I first started this channel, this is what used to motivate me. This is what used to get me up and running. Every single morning, I will go in, go live on my way to work as a developer. And I want to start doing that again. Okay, I want to start doing it here with you guys, just like how I used to do it back then, because it also motivates me. Believe it or not, when I get to talk to you guys and get to hang out with you guys, like shout out to Miss Flames, Brang Stark, right? It just always gives me energy of like, shit, I gotta get my shit together. Hey, I gotta go in and go hard today. You know what I mean? I talk to my peoples, right? And we huddle up, right? This is like a what they call that, standing meeting, stand up meeting, like on on companies. This is my stand up meeting for the day. All right. So yeah, man. 2025 was crazy. A lot of changes happened. New place, new house, new location. 2026, we'll probably see another switch. We'll probably get another house, another place that we're gonna move to. So there's still gonna be more changes coming soon. New things happening on CodingPhase.com. A lot of interesting things. By the way, today I will be uploading a video showcasing the people that basically were part of the challenge on CodingPhase.com. I wish more of you guys would have been part of the challenge, man. But I get it. December is difficult because of holidays. You got Christmas, you got New Year's, right? People are getting the shit together, they're working hard. So it's hard for people to go in and say, let me go in and be part of this challenge. But I want to say thank you to those guys that actually were part of the challenge. I will showcase your work later on today, probably around 12. I'm gonna be doing a video in a few minutes. After I get off this live stream, I'm gonna record it, edit it, put it up online, give you guys a big shout out, and showcase your work, showcase what you guys have built. Okay, so I appreciate it. I wish there was more people that would have been part of the challenge. Some of you guys, I don't know, right? It is what it is. I try to do cool things for you guys here on the community. Like I said, being part of a challenge on Coding Phase is completely free. You don't even have to be a diamond member or anything to Coding Phase. Like, just be part of it. Trust me, it gets you going, gets you motivated, gets you to start building. And I wish that more of you guys be part of those challenges and the upcoming challenges that's gonna happen. I'm gonna go in and probably start a new challenge for January, and I'll probably announce that maybe tomorrow or Friday, or Monday. I mean, because tomorrow is what? Tomorrow is, I think, Friday, right? If I'm not mistaken. Sometimes I'll be lost. I don't even know the days. Okay, I know that today is New Year's just because of last night. We had the whole drop the ball and the whole shit. We threw some fireworks. We had fun with the kids. The kids were good, man. Um, Yesterday I had like I'll be honest, man. I was like, man, I had a little rough day yesterday, right? And it was because, man, I overextended myself. There was a huge trade. For those of you guys that don't know, I do day trading. Um, Yesterday was crazy in the market. For whatever reason, I said, yo, let me jump on futures. And futures is very up and down, very like volatile, right? That's why I would say for anybody that's starting, especially now, I'm releasing today for all the diamond members on codingphase.com, the new trading course for those of you guys that want to learn about trading. But yeah, yesterday was crazy. I was up 2,000, 2,000 for the day on futures. Had a great run. For whatever reason, I was like, man, let me go back in. You know, it's the end of the year. Let's end this with a bang. And got greedy, ended up minus 600. I don't know, bro. So that was a little bit rough. I was like, oh man, I'm starting my year like this with an L. It's not right after being up 2,000, right? But I overtraded. There's some dumb shit. There's stuff that you still, you still got to work on even after you've been trading for a while. So that shit kind of it bummed my day out. Like I was having such a great day because I had a great week trading, and but then when you catch one L, it's like you could have everything good. It's like YouTube, right? You could have everything good on YouTube, right? And somebody leaves one bad comment and it messes up your day. So that happened to me yesterday, but with trading, it's like, man, I had such a great week. I was killing it, and I did great. I'm still up for the week, but at the same time, it's like, damn, I didn't want to. After you up 2,000, you don't want to be minus 600. But it's kind of my fault. I was like expecting for this thing to go back up at some point. Bro, the market tanked yesterday. So that shit was fucking crazy. And one of my boys was telling me, he's like, yo, this is why I told you I don't trade on, on New Year's. He's like, I don't trade on Newsday. I don't trade on New Year's. I don't trade on none of this shit. The market never goes how it's supposed to. It just does whatever it wants to do. So yeah, man. So it was kind of crazy. Shout out to everybody in here. Like I said, somebody said, "Hey, stop ignoring me, bro. I'm not ignoring you. I'm talking to my peoples, right? I'm talking to you. Again, if I'm gonna read the comments, but take it easy, okay? I will get there when I get there, okay? But yeah, man. So this is a new year, guys. Definitely coming with a positive mindset, new energy. Right now, what I plan on doing is I'm gonna go. It's cold as hell out here. I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna go for a bike ride. I'll probably do like a nice, 3 to 5 miles run, and then from there I'm gonna come back in, record a video for the challenge. Then from there, go over some stuff on CodingPhase. I want to start building this interactive course on CodingPhase for learning how to use Tailwind CSS. So I'm gonna start that today. From there, I'm probably going to go in and do some research later on, probably like at 2, 3 o'clock. I want to start building some new products for my Etsy store. I have like a digital agency where we sell digital products in there. And I kind of left it alone 2025 because of everything that was happening, moving, selling my house, this, and that. Like, it was kind of a crazy year. So I'm like, okay, I can only have energy to focus on CodingPhase for now. So I put it on the back burner because it's still making some money, but not making as much as it used to because I didn't get to put no time into it in 2025. So this year, my plan is to get back on there, start building more digital products. So I got to go in and do a research on what's selling on Etsy, and then from there come up with a plan so I could start building those digital products and get back on selling in there a little bit more, right? It's always good to have multiple incomes. Right now I have, CodingPhase, I have Google AdSense, I have a couple affiliate links, I have YouTube, a couple of sponsor videos, I have what else? We have the digital agency that sells on Etsy, Creative Market. What else? And trading, right? So I have a couple of series of, side incomes, right? That, accumulate to be able to take care of my family. So that's my plan, to definitely go back in and pay attention to my Etsy store because it already has a couple of years of history and already has a lot of reviews. Now I just got to add new products that will sell for what people want in 2026. So I got to do that research. So that's what my day is going to be like today. And then from there, I'll probably hang out with my kids a little while. We got a bunch of food. We got pernil. I don't know if you guys know what pernil is. Pernil is like, or pernil is what is a pork shoulder. I'll show you guys right now. So we probably gonna eat this. We made so much food yesterday that in reality we wasn't gonna be able to eat everything, man. Like it wasn't possible, man. So we still got a lot of food. I don't know if you guys know about this. This is lumpia. So my wife is Filipino, right? We have very nice uh, pork shoulder right there. Again, that's what they call pulled pork. American call it pulled pork. But yeah, we gonna eat good later on today, and we still got a lot of leftovers from yesterday. It's gonna be a crazy day. But yeah, man, that's why I said, let me come in here, man. This is one of my resolutions. This is one of the things that I wanted to do for 2026, and I'm doing it. I'm holding myself accountable on, hey, when I wake up, once I wake up, I go in, and I do this live stream, right? Do this live stream, or do a quick video, do a little recap of what we're doing for the day, and that's a way to hold myself accountable and also to get to talk to you guys and get to say what up. Okay, so let me go into the chat so people don't be like, man, he's ignoring me. Okay, let me see. We got Miss Flame says, Happy New Year, Joe. What up, Joe? Happy New Year's. Is the Profitable Developer course available for Diamond members? I joined the Diamond members yesterday, but the video under the Profitable Developer course doesn't load. Yeah, so that course is a separate product. It's hosted on CodingPhase, but it's a separate product. That course, it got to be purchased. You know, I'm giving a lot of game in there. There's a lot of stuff that I'm putting in there that, you know, cost me thousands and thousands of dollars. So unfortunately, I can't go in and give it, you know, for the Diamond membership. The Diamond membership is strictly for learning how to code, learning how to get the right skills to get a job, how to grow professionally as a developer. That's what that's about. The Profitable Developer course is like a business course on how to go in and use your skills that you have, or you want to go freelance, you want to go and create your own software as a service. That's completely different than what CodingPhase offers. Yes, it's being mentioned there on codingphase.com, but that's a product to be sold separately. Hopefully you understand. But yeah, let me see. MVVM, wow, what's up? Can you say happy birthday to my friend Nick? Greetings from Scotland. Shout out to Nick. Yeah, but I see what you're doing there. I see. You almost caught me, my guy. You almost caught me. There's always a goofy. Yo, man. Shout out to everybody in here. Let me see. Let me see. I got to bounce back. I fell off. Hey, don't worry, man. Everybody falls off at some point. I fell off. I feel like, you know, compared to how much I used to produce from YouTube, from, you know, just work, how many things I used to knock out every single year. Like, yeah, I fell off a lot, bro. Like, compared to 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022. Like I fell off a lot. You know, just the amount of work that I used to do. Maybe also too because I kind of burnt myself out. I did so much. Sometimes we do so much that then from there you gotta get burnt out. But yeah, so I had like a little rough 2020, end of 2022, and then 2023, 24, and then 25. I'm just getting my shit back together, in a sense of like, okay, finally I got rid of all the shit that was giving me issues. So there's times that there's things that slow down your productivity, slow down what you wanna accomplish, and that's fine, right? This is life. This is a fucking roller coaster, bro. Like one moment you're up, one moment you're down, one moment you're staying still, right? But it's about how you prepare yourself for when you are going up and how to get yourself up, right? And then when you will go down again, is that you built a pillow, that you built a safety net. So when shit goes down, you always taken care of. Because then from there, that's what's gonna help you rise above again. So don't worry, it is what it is. Don't feel bad if you feel like, man, you kind of slow down or whatever it is. So yeah, keep that in mind. If you gotta bounce back, we all gotta bounce back. Let me see. Sure, buddy. I'm gonna go to fly sign. In the meantime, what's up, Joe? What products do you sell? So it's like digital products. So a lot of times it's like PDFs or like Shopify themes, um, email templates. There's a lot of stuff that you could build with the skills that you have as a developer, as a designer, and you could sell those things online. Now with I could say that it's a little bit more difficult. Not more difficult, but it's just like, in a sense, like if you want to build something, you could go in and have AI do it for a lot of people. So that market of like digital products, how it was before, I think is gonna dry up a little bit, right? But this is where I have to go in and do some research, right? I have to go in and do some research on something that um, is gonna help, you know, help build certain, you know, digital products that will hold the test of time. I guess that's the word, right? And that's what I'm gonna be focusing on later on today, like at 2 o'clock. 2 to 3, 2 to 4. Probably gonna take like 2 hours just focusing on that, like to do research on that. Because again, like one of the things that we used to sell is like, um, it was like a PDF file for planners for teachers. So that was like a really good product that it was just selling like hotcakes. We would sell it for 15 bucks, and that shit was selling like crazy, right? But that's like a trend. That's like a thing that teachers were using. Teachers were paying for, right? And well, basically, you would just sell it. It's a one-time sell, right? So it's not like a recurring thing, right? But now we do have all those reviews. So now I got to go in and look at, what do teachers want? What is it that teachers need? What can we go in and serve them? Because I'm already having so many people that come to my store from that specific niche. So now I'm like, okay, I gotta do research. I gotta go through TikTok. I gotta go through YouTube. I gotta see what teachers are talking about, as far as, or even on YouTube, like other teachers who are YouTubers who give advice to teachers of like, hey, there's other things that you want to go in and add to your classroom, etc. So then now I go in, I build it in my store, and then now I provide it on Etsy. By the way, Etsy is amazing for like search results. So if you go in and you create a product and you put it on Etsy, when people search on Google shopping, right, which a lot of people do, they search on Google and then it shows up on the shopping tab, your Etsy listings show up on Google. So if you have the right keyword, the right product, now you're getting the right reviews. And if you want to pay for advertisement, you could be number one. And imagine, I mean, if you spend, let's say it takes you to build a digital product, maybe a week, 2 weeks. Once you do that, after doing the research, building the product, building the digital product takes like a day. It's simple. It's the research part that takes the most time. So let's say it takes you like a week to create the product. Once you list it on Etsy, it shows up on Google Shopping. You could pay for the advertisement on Google. You could pay for the advertisement on Etsy. So let's say you spend $2, and now you basically make back, let's say $7, $8, right? So you keep $6 of difference, but it costs you $2 to go in and get that sale. So it's like rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. So once you found one specific niche, a specific product, and you just continue creating products for that specific niche, and then from there, you could kill it. There was a point where we was doing really good in 2023 with Shopify themes, but like I haven't really kept up with everything that like people are searching for on Etsy, and that's one of the things that I plan on doing. It's like, okay, what are the next themes that I need to be focusing on? All right. Another thing too that's very hot right now is TikTok shops. So I'm planning on jumping into that trend, right? How do I sell products on TikTok Shop? One of the things that I was thinking about was creating a book. Now, this book, it doesn't have to be about programming or developing or development, etc. It could be easily, like the profitable developer course, right? Now, again, it is for developers, but it's not like a course. It's not a training. It's like it's a book about the business side of things. So I was thinking about doing something similar to that. This is guy, what's his name? Hamosi, some shit like that. Some buff diesel dude, right? I forgot his name. Y'all probably know who I'm talking about, right? So he's very popular, like in social media. Like he sells a lot of products. But what I saw that was really interesting was he has a book, which is like 100 ways to sell, or 100 this and that, right? 100 ideas or whatever it is, right? And he has this book, it's a physical book, and they sell it on TikTok, on the TikTok shop. Now, what's really cool about it is like this. So in TikTok, anybody can post your products. Anybody can become an affiliate to your product. So if you have a physical product, because they want you to have a physical product. So what I was thinking about was I could create a physical product with access to a digital product, because you can't sell digital products on Etsy. So my plan is, how do I go into the TikTok shop, right, space, and either create a book, right, which will also have access to some digital product, and then that will give more value to the person. And I'm thinking about jumping on that, right? I want to find out how much does it cost to get a book printed, right? I looked online. Somebody was saying like you could get a book printed, depending how many books you get actually printed, but it could come out to like $8, $7 around there, like 100, 200 page book. So I'm like, interesting. So pay $7 per book, right? Put it on TikTok, right? Create some viral videos, promote it, run some ads. Let's say it costs another $3, $4 of ads, right? So we're talking about like $11 of what the product costs. Then from there, get the sale, right? And if you're selling the book at $20, right, you're profiting basically $9, $8. Now, if you do the affiliate links, then now you could have somebody say, hey, you're gonna get $2 out of every sale. And I'm fine with that. If I make $6 out of $20, I'm totally fine with that. Or even raise the price and be like, hey, I'll sell it for let's say $30 to bring my profit a little bit more up, and share with the person $5 of the sale, right? So that would be a little bit better, right? So sell it for, it'll cost what, like $9 to $10. Let's call it $10. So $10, right, for creating and promoting the book, right? The person comes in, they get $5 for even mentioning the book, showing the book on their TikTok or whatever, and then from there I get to keep $10 out of it. So every time this shit sells, that's $10 in the pocket. So I'm thinking about doing that. I'm also thinking about how do I bring in CodingPhase inside of TikTok. So also too, we could sell it maybe through a digital product through TikTok, and then because you can't sell it as digital product, you have to have a physical product. So I might create even just maybe a 50-page book, something quick, or maybe create like a USB, and that USB will give you access to CodingPhase, and you get the lifetime membership through there. So the person who comes in, whoever promotes it on TikTok, gets $100, right? The lifetime membership, most likely I'll sell it, at the lowest, it's 1,000. So if I go in and say, hey man, this thing costs 1,000, right? $100 is for you for promoting it, and then now I keep the difference. I run ads, da da da, right? That's another, let's say $150, $200. So I get to keep 700 out of the whole 1,000. So now that's where my mind is going as far as like, what's my next move of like in TikTok shop, because TikTok is dope, man. I used to think TikTok was goofy, and I need to start like getting more on TikTok. But I just feel like I don't know how to do that TikTok content. I'll be honest, man. Like I go in, I make a video, that shit gets like 2 views in there because I don't know how to do that shit. I don't have the time to be editing. I don't know how to do those little quick jumps and all that shit. I just like to talk, put my mind out here, my message out here. That's it. I don't like to do all that shit that people be doing on TikTok. It's too much, right? I mean, for me, it's too much work. I like to just go in and let my mind, speak. But yeah, freaking, how you call that shit? TikTok is dope because you could find the right products in there. Facebook was amazing because Facebook has the Facebook pixels where you could retarget people. So if they go they go to your website, then they go on Instagram or Facebook, then now you could retarget them with an ad or a video, whatever. But TikTok has a store inside of the app, right? And when you're searching for a specific topic, like right now, I could be searching for a specific topic on YouTube, and YouTube's trying to do the same thing, but it's clunky, it's garbage. Google sucks. The whole company is Google's is garbage. Everything that they do is garbage as far as user experience. But TikTok, they know how to do that shit. So they know how to integrate it good into social media. And yeah, that's my next plan. Like, okay, how do we get into that TikTok shop space? Because there's a lot of money in there. Shit, I was seeing somebody that makes like $2-3 million on just creating content on TikTok of just like random products that get sent to them. Because you just never know which video is gonna go viral on TikTok. Like TikTok doesn't like gatekeep. On YouTube and Facebook, Instagram, right? They basically they limit you of how much reach you could get, right? So right now, I have 100 something thousand subscribers. Do you think like YouTube notifies all my subscribers? Hell no. You know why? Because their business model is to make money from advertisement. Why would they give me free exposure to my own subscribers when in reality what they want me to do is come in and pay for it? I gotta pay $100, $200 a day for me to reach everybody that's a subscriber. Now on TikTok, TikTok's business model is completely different. TikTok business model is not ads. TikTok business model is the shop. So what they want to do is they want you to go in and get as much reach as possible, but for you to sell products, and then they get their pay. You get what I'm saying? They get their commission for every product that's sold on TikTok. So they're good because in a sense, they're making money off everybody. If you're a user, you're buying. If you are a business, you're selling, right? If you are a content creator, you're keeping people within the platform. So in every single way, they make money. They're very smart. You would think like some of these people would have figured this shit out a long time ago, but yeah, this Chinese company knows what they're doing because I mean, it's China. China trying to sell shit. You know what I'm saying? China's like, yo, I'm trying to make bread. People here in the United States is like they're trying to be famous. So, so Facebook and YouTube they have a good business model, but it's a business model that's outdated, right? Because yeah, people will pay for advertisement, but in reality, like it's a dumb business model. It's smart, but dumb at the same time because it's like by you limiting your users of their own reach, then now what you're doing is you're pushing them to go to TikTok. And then if people don't go on YouTube or they go on Instagram, then your advertisement platform is garbage now because now you're losing all of these people because they're not, getting exposure on your platform. They might as well just go to TikTok. You get what I'm saying? Now, what's good about YouTube is that YouTube is good for long form content, right? You could do a live stream. You could do a video where it could be 10, 20 minutes, an hour, and people would sit down and watch it because that's the audience that's looking for that. If I want quick content, I'm going to TikTok. If I want to see like a long form content, maybe more production, or maybe somebody that actually knows what the hell they're talking about, I'm coming to YouTube. Now, if I want to see some some ass, I want to see some baddies, I want to see some this and that, I'm going to Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Like Instagram is like all fluff. You know, people faking it, shorties with the fucking bodies all out. Like you don't even gotta pay for shit. Shorties, they're already showing it to you. You know what I'm saying? That's what Instagram's about. And then Twitter is or X is just a place for discussion and just conflict, just people talking shit, you know, going back and forth. That's what Twitter is about. Like I don't know how. I'm surprised like Elon Musk even has that shit because I don't see him making money on that shit. That shit is just burning through money. Twitter has always been the same shit. You can't really monetize Twitter like that. Twitter was supposed to have Vine, but Vine, they're so dumb. Like what's the guy's name? Jack Dorsey, whatever his name is. That guy is so fucking dumb. Like it's fucking ridiculous. I can't believe like that guy. I mean, it's crazy because there's certain people that they make so much money because they were there at the right time. Like Twitter made sense in 2007, like, you know, when people used to post random bullshit like, hey, I'm eating a pizza, and people would just go in and give it likes. Oh, that's great. Hey, I like this album from you know, Rick Ross. Like that shit made sense in 2007, but they never transformed the platform into the next level. They just thought of like, hey, this is a place where people just do a brain dump and drop their bullshit there. But it's not profitable at all. Like Twitter doesn't make no money. The advertisement on Twitter is garbage. There's the video that they have in there is garbage. I think the best thing that Twitter has is probably the corn. You know what I mean? Like it's free corn in there, and you know the free hosting of the videos. Like yeah, that's the best thing. Like that Twitter has. Like you know what I mean? Like your boy don't even go to Cornhub or none of that shit. That's it. I just go to Twitter. Twitter, everybody busting it open. The OnlyFans, this and that. Like if I want to see some shit, I'm just gonna go to Twitter. So Twitter should just make that shit into a corn website. You know what I mean? Like straight up, because there's no way to monetize it. Nobody's gonna monetize those bullshit text that people are writing in there. But yeah, going back to like what I was saying, like TikTok is like an amazing platform for selling products. So that's one of the things that I'm really focusing on. Let me see. Sid or the Roy says, "Do you have a link?" I'll be honest with you, my online stores, I keep that shit hitting. I I disconnect what I do here on YouTube, CodingPhase, to what I do on on Etsy. And one of the main reasons that is because I share things here, and a lot of times what happens is, and this happened in 2022, 2023, when I was telling people, hey, I'm gonna start this Etsy store. There's an opportunity here for digital products. You guys should do it too. And what people started doing was creating the same Shopify theme that I was making. So there was a trend called Bohemian, like let's say Bohemian style, Bohemian Shopify theme. Like it was a niche that I found, and me being a Tintin, I come in here to YouTube, I share it to be like, hey guys, like this is a great opportunity. You guys should start looking into Etsy, looking into digital products. You guys should, start jumping on this. Of course, right? By me sharing that, what I did was I drowned my own product. So in the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks, there was around 100, 200, like 300 fucking new Bohemian themes. Mind you, my shit was selling like hotcakes, and I was selling it for 65, sometimes 75, right? At the lowest $50. Mind you, it's a product that I built in 1 week. I put it up online and was selling like hotcakes. By me sharing that shit here on YouTube, everybody started copying the same shit. Now I'm losing money. So I learned from that. I was like, you know what, man? Like, I don't need to prove anything to anybody. I don't need to show shit to anybody, especially when it comes to products that you sell. Because it's the same concept. Like, I used to watch a lot of guys who do drop shipping, right? Drop shipping is the same idea. You find a niche, you find a product, and that's your winning product. That winning product, you don't show it to nobody. You don't tell nobody what store you have. You don't sell. You don't show it to anybody until the product is dead. Once the product has been fucking killed, then now you go in and you create the content. Whenever you see some shit here on YouTube, like somebody say, yeah, because I sell mugs, I sell this, that shit is gone. Nobody's buying that shit, right? That's why they're sharing it. You know, no one shares their product as they're selling it. You get what I'm saying? So, like, it's stupid, right? So, I don't know. I like to share a lot of things, but things that's bringing me money, like I can't put it everything out there because there's people watching me. People who love to fucking, they want to do exactly what you're doing because it is working for you. But what they don't understand is like what you should do is you got to understand the concept of how to find a winning product, how to create the product, or learn the skill to create the product. Not do the same product as the person that's fucking telling you what product works for them, because then now you're becoming his competition. Why would that person teach you about that? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I don't know. Sometimes I'm like a dentist and I come in here and I share too much. Like, because I'm like, yeah, man, people's gonna be smart enough to go in and do something on their own. That no, they're not. They're gonna go in and do the exactly same shit that you're doing, and now you're looking around. It's like, damn, this shit was bringing me in, $800 a week extra, and then now you're looking around like, oh shit, my shit's down to fucking $60 this fucking week. Then you go in and you search, and you're like, oh shit, it's 300, 500 fucking new Bohemian Shopify themes right after I made my fucking video. Like, yeah, we're not doing that again. Okay? Monsieur says, are you in the office? That chair looks like something on a train, though. Do you by any chance develop train software or something similar? No, no, no. This is a couch, bro. This is a leather couch in my house, bro. Why would I be on a train? This looks like a train. Matter of fact, yeah, you might be right. This shit kind of looks like I'm on a train or some shit. I'm commuting right now. Sid Roy says, you the man. I was able to build my career. Hey, congrats, bro. Let me see, ran through here. How are you? I'm good. Is your repeat? Joe, I had a bad last year. My savings is down due to rent. I have one source of income. What should I do? Yeah, bro. Last year was crazy. Economy's been crazy. I'll be honest. The best thing that you have to do is you got to start putting yourself out there for other side incomes. You know, you got to either learn how to trade, keep yourself limited, you could make a good side income. Like, let's say if you wanted to make like a good $1,000, $2,000 a month from trading, it's 100% doable. The problem is when you try to say, hey, I want to make this shit my main income, right? Then now you're trying to go in and have a set income coming in from the market. The market is up and down, up and down. So it's gonna make your life a little bit harder doing that. But yeah, trading, you could go into freelancing, you could go into creating digital products. If you know how to build like software as a service, if you know full stack development, you could jump on that. There's a lot of opportunities with mobile apps. There's a lot of opportunities on the web. So it's like it's about putting yourself out there and just grinding it out. Like if you want to make some extra bread, you're gonna have to grind it out, like straight up. You get what I'm saying? Like even for myself, this year I'm really trying to get back into that zone of like, just going hard, um, and just make as much money as possible. You know, again, I know I keep repeating this shit, but yeah, with the whole shit with the hurricane, all that shit, my house, all that bullshit, that shit set me back a couple of fucking years in the sense of like just how much money I could make, my future outcome and all of this shit, right? And now that I got rid of all that shit and 2026 is here, like my goal is I want to get back into that money zone that I was in all throughout, 2018 all the way to 2022, right? Not saying like I'm hurting or like I'm this is and that. It's just like compared to that time frame, right? I was like grinding so much and having this income, building this, always coming up with new ideas, always doing a bunch of different shit. And like the last 2 years, right, 24, 25, it was more like catching up, getting rid of shit that was fucking making my mind go crazy, and fucking wasting my money here, wasting my money there. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't really more creating new avenues, it was more like maintaining everything and a bunch of other shit, right? And just constantly flow of money coming out. So now this year I'm like, all right, we got to make that bread back that we lost the last 2 years of just fucking wasting money on fucking bullshit. And sometimes it's not only just the money that you waste, but also to the opportunities that you missed out on, right? Because of situations, whatever could happen, right? Like, you're telling me that right now you had a bad year last year and your savings is down. A lot of people feel the same way. You get what I'm saying? Like, even like myself, I'm used to having, like, 700, 800 cash on the account. I'm like, 350, 400. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, compared to how I always used to have after like 2021, shit, like, there's times that I will go into my account, I'm like, yo, I got $1 million in here. Like, so now I'm like, what, 40, 50% down on my cash flow. And that's off all the shit that I had the past 2 years. So I'm just like you. I mean, of course, it's different levels, different shit, different situation. But I'm the same way right now. I'm like, yo, I gotta get my fucking cash flow back to how I had it, right? And all of that comes with, with this day. Today is Monday. Today, well, not Monday. Today's the first day of the new year. Now we gotta go in and grind it out. What you gotta do? You gotta freelance? Cool, do that. Oh, you gotta go in and do a side gig? Go ahead, do that, right? I myself doing the same shit. I'm on grind mode. I want to fucking go in. I'm doing like a million fucking things. Like, I'm fucking trading in the morning. I'm fucking I'm doing fucking, I might do a YouTube video. I'm working on my platform, CodingPhase.com. I'm doing the meetings, on the accountability meetings on Mondays at night. I might have days that I'm working from like 7 o'clock in the morning all the way to fucking, 10 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning, right? The whole day. But that's grind mode. We got to do that shit. We got to do that to build that cash flow that we want, that capital, that savings that you might need to replenish. Yeah, you went through your savings last year. Now we got to replenish that shit. We got to put that shit back up. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, the good thing for me right now, which is like a good thing, is like, wifey's working now. For the past few years, we got 4 kids, so she has to take care of the kids. It's been difficult, because I have to go and be the breadwinner and all of that shit. And that shit sometimes drives me crazy because it's like, even though I might have a lot of cash on me, but I have to also have so much overhead. You know what I'm saying? I have so much overhead sometimes. And when you have 4 kids and you're the sole breadwinner, like, you gotta pay insurance. A kid gets sick, freaking, you take a trip, you go outside. Like, I go outside. If I go to a restaurant, I might want to eat something quick. Back in the days, if it's just me or me and my girl, or whatever, or shit, me by myself, I go in, I spend $30. When I go in, I gotta bring the whole family. I gotta bring everything. That's gas. I gotta have a bigger car. I gotta fucking pay for a bigger crib. I gotta pay for a fucking, go to a restaurant that's a $200, $300 restaurant. That's just going out. Like, I go outside, it's automatically a $300 to $400 day. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you calculate that shit and starts adding up. Then you have family in DR, you have this, that. So all of that shit, once you're in a sense the head of the household and it's all on you, right? You have a lot of fucking overhead. So now the kids are a little bit older. Wife is already working, which is gonna help me out, which is gonna free more time for me, which is the thing that I've been needing for all these years, right? I need to have more time for me instead of me having to just constantly working and helping everybody and taking care of everybody, because this is how I come up with ideas, right? A lot of the business models that I've been able to be successful with was when I had a lot of time in my hands. As we have more responsibility, more shit that I gotta be fucking be on top of, it takes away from my time. So by me not having that much time for myself, I can't focus on doing research on my next business. I can't focus on what's the next idea I'm gonna come up with. I can't sit down and be like, hey, I gotta, you know, go in and spend 6 months on this new product or this new company, this and that, right? And now with wifey working too at the same time and jumping into the space of of tech, she has a pretty decent job now. For next year, she already gonna have like a year working with Salesforce. So we're looking at, somewhere this year she's gonna be making another 100K, which allows me to have more freedom to just relax and I could focus on my next things. You get what I'm saying? So this is stuff that even I go through, right? So when what you're going through right now on your own, I'm going through the same shit. Everybody's 2024, 2025 has been fucking crazy, from the Biden days on the fucking pandemic. They fucked up the economy. They gave out mad money out for free. They fucking fucked up everything as far as like gas is more expensive, food is more expensive. None of these companies want to lower the price because they know, hey, if you could pay it, that's it. We're gonna keep the price the same way, even though everything's more expensive, right? So everything's more expensive. Electricity is more expensive. This fucking AI, the data centers, that shit's lifting the fucking electricity everywhere. Just in my last house, I was paying, 800, $900. The last fucking bill that they sent me was 950 for electricity. Mind you, that's almost damn near half my fucking mortgage. It's like, yo, I'm paying 2,300 for the mortgage, 900 for fucking electricity. Nah, there's something going on here. So that's how it was on the other crib, and the electricity just been getting fucking crazy. This crib is much better because it's built here in Florida. How you call this? It's what's the word? It's energy efficient. That's the word, I think. Energy efficient, right? So because the windows and everything it's a brand new home, right? Because it's a brand new home, is energy efficient. So yeah, I'm paying like 350 right now here, which is like fucking damn near 60% less than what I was paying in my other crib. So all that shit adds up. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, yes, right now shit is expensive. This is how life is now. And even it don't matter what it is. There was somebody who I remember an article a couple of years back that I saw online, and so many people were like bashing these people. There's a lawyer. One person was a lawyer, and another one was a business owner, right, in New York City, and I think they were making like $200,000, right, $200,000. And the article I think was like a New York Times or something like that, or the Wall Street Journal, and they were saying, hey, how families are struggling even with high income, and people were like shitting on them, like, "Oh man, you can't this and that. You're how can you be fucking, you're making $200,000 and your household is like $200,000 and you're fucking saying that you're broke and this and that, right?" And what people don't understand is that it don't matter how much you make. If you make $100, right? If you make 100,000, right? Your cost of living is gonna go up, no matter what, unless you're planning on staying in the same fucking place that you fucking been at your whole fucking life when you was broke. Now you might say, well, man, if the day I start making some bread, I'm gonna stay in the same area because I wanna go in this and save my money. I wanna live on a frugal means. Then yeah, you're not gonna be able to live. You're gonna fucking, you know, the idea of living below your means, like it's a good concept, but the truth is like it's not really doable like that, like how people think, right? Especially when you have a family. When you have a family, especially when you earn a certain amount of money, we don't get no fucking benefits. Like, I mean, look at the shit that's been happening with the shit with the Somali scams and this, and that, right? You know how bad I would have loved to have a fucking daycare, child care, or some shit like that. I don't get none of those fucking benefits. Right? Now, somebody will say, well, you earn too much. You should be able to fucking pay on your own. Yeah, but then now those childcare places, they charge an arm and a leg. It'll be like $300 a week for each kid, right? And if you got two kids, that's $600 a week. You do the math, times that shit by four. If you got four kids, you do the math of that, right? 300, that's like $1,200 a week, to then from there go in and fucking do that shit 4 times a month, right? You're talking about that's like 4 or 5 grand just on kids. And people fucking been scamming it. And you don't really have access to that shit. Once you get to a certain level of income, it's either you dead broke, or if you're middle class, you don't get shit. You don't get shit. Once you hit middle class, you don't get shit. There's no benefits for you. There's no nothing. You know what I mean? So, you know, that shit starts creeping up, and it happens for everybody. It don't matter how much you fucking make. You still like living not paycheck to paycheck, but you living in a sense of like you're constantly working and worrying about how you're gonna take care of everybody, even when you make a lot of money. There's a lot of people that they come in here on YouTube, they fake it, they do all this fucking shit, or Instagram, they're like, whoa, this isn't that. It's a lot of people that faking shit like crazy. Like, I mean, there's this guy, what's this guy's name? Uh, him 400 or some shit like that. Dude shows up, he got a fucking airplane, he got like a $3-4 million home in Georgia, Atlanta, all this shit. And he looked like he got bread. He looked like he this, and that. Bro, his wife got a fucking a lawsuit from American Express that they owe 100,000. His house just got repoed. It just got fucking, a foreclosure. Like, all these people, even when you go in and you make a certain amount of bread, like, you still like one small move, one mistake, one fucking catastrophe, anything could bring you down, just like that, right? And at the end of the day, like, that's why I tell you guys, like, you just gotta keep grinding. Also, to find ways to make side income, side extra bread. Like, you just have to. That's just how this fucking country. That's the bad thing about this country. I love this country, but the thing about this country is like this shit is a machine, right? This shit is a machine. This country, capitalism, how it works is everyone needs to be working. Everyone needs to be building something, right? And the game is rigged. So it don't matter how much bread you make, you're constantly, having to work for your fucking money. Even after you have money, you have to constantly be working for your shit. And there's things in here from like taxes, like you get taxed so many fucking times. You know how many times I had to pay, you know, over fucking $80,000 in taxes a year? Like, that's just fucking ridiculous, right? It's fucking ridiculous the amount of fucking taxes you have to fucking pay. And then the little things that you get back, you don't get shit back. I get zero benefit, you know? There's days I'll be like, I don't even want to fucking pay no fucking taxes. I want to be fucking like Wesley Snipes and be like, yo, this shit is against the Constitution. Yeah, because didn't we fucking left fucking England, right? We fought for the independence, so we don't have to be paying no taxes to the fucking king, and then we end up with the same shit here. We end up with the same fucking shit. Now we gotta fucking pay a state tax, right? Sales tax, property tax, right? You go in a fucking car, you gotta pay gas, right? That's sales tax again. You buy yourself any fucking thing, you paying sales tax again. You're constantly getting fucking taxed over and over and over again, and you get nothing back. And then the people that's supposed to get something back or get some fucking help and some funding, a lot of people fucking scamming. So it's like it's fucked up because then now you're paying for all of this shit and you get nothing back for you. You know, it's fucking crazy. So this system, in a sense, just puts you to work until you're fucking dead. Right? Like that's the facts. It don't matter where you go. There's guys right now that you look at them and be like, man, this guy work at fan for this, and then you find them on fucking TikTok crying, man, I just got laid off. This is like there's fucking even what they're making 400, 300, 400, like they don't got the bread to be fucking surviving a year. And you might say, well, how the fuck do I survive with my little fucking 30,000 or my little 20,000? Bro, you living on Section 8. You don't pay for shit. You fucking you getting fucking shit from the government for food. You work if you want to work. The people that work and bust their ass and have to do a million fucking things, they don't get fucking shit. They gotta pay for everybody else. You get what I'm saying? Like that's just the facts. And it gets fucking ugly like that. And the reason why a lot of times, the system works like this, is because you know at the end of the day, this country is run by corporations and the rich people, the people that's rich. You know what I'm saying? Like wealthy. They run all of this shit. If they say, hey man, we want to do Medicare and we want to fucking do Medicaid for whatever X amount of groups, they're not doing it for their own kindness. They own all the fucking the health insurance companies. They own all the fucking medical centers, right? And this is why when you get sick and you go to a hospital, it costs you an arm and a leg. Like if I'm dying, take me to the hospital. Don't even call an ambulance. Like let's just drive over there, like straight up. Like I don't want to fucking pay $1,500, $1,800 for a fucking just to get on a fucking ambulance. That shit don't make no sense. And they give you a Tylenol. That Tylenol costs $150. The same Tylenol that they give you in the store that you buy for fucking $10 for 100 of those, they charge you 150 for one in the hospital. All of these people have a fucking system set up where it forces you to just constantly keep on working, keep on working, keep on working. And, you know, it's either you give up and you be like, you know what, I might as well not even do shit. But then at the same time, then now you gotta live a certain type of lifestyle. Now you gotta, you either gonna be homeless, right? Cool. You're like, fuck it, I'm not paying for shit. I'm just gonna be homeless, right? Yeah, you could just give up on that. Or you could just say, you know what, man, fuck it. It is what it is. We got a roof over our head. We live in a project. We live in a Section 8. We got some bullshit fucking house. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I got to bump into a bunch of assholes when I go outside. I got to fucking, carry a gun because shit is fucking crazy out here. My kid goes to a bullshit ass school where my kid is in fucking 8th grade and he don't know how to read. Yeah, that's the shit that you have to go in and then comply to and be like, well, now I give up, right? For most of us, we're not giving up. We're going to continue fucking pushing hard and continue doing all this shit that we have to do. It's like for me, like I fucking bust my ass for my kids to live in a good area. I had like one time, one conversation with my mom. And, because sometimes I do get overwhelmed with all of the shit overhead that I have to take care of all the time. But then I'm like, my mom's like, oh, you should just move back to New York. And I'm like, for what? To live in a fucking bullshit apartment in New York City? My kids going to a bullshit public school in New York? Fucking having to go downstairs, get a ticket every fucking day because I don't wake up to move the car to the other side, end up fucking paying $2,000-$3,000 a month just in tickets and parking tickets, right? Why would I want to be living in that fucking lifestyle? Like I'll continue busting my ass and doing everything that I have to do, so my kids could grow up good, so they could go to a good school, so they could go in, like all my kids, they're in, like right now, when I come in, this is the fridge right here. My kids is all excellent. Like they have, you know, like you look into this, right? Ethan certificate, Jason certificate, reading math. Like they are a fucking head, like a head. Like they are in a class called basically gifted. They're in the level of gifted, which means that the school that they go to, right? It is a public school, but the public school here where I live are a million times better than the schools in New York. A million times, right? I've seen it with my own eyes, just the way how the teachers are, how they care about the kids, the students. You get what I'm saying? I know, like, I look at my fucking kids, I'm like, yo, they know so much shit. So much that I didn't know at their age. And that's because I went to a bullshit public school in New York, right? Like, you get what I'm saying? So all of that is like it's worth it. Sometimes it's worth it. Sometimes you throw all this fucking sacrifice, and it's not for me, because my the way I look at it is like I got a long life, but my job now is making sure that they're good. And there's people that don't care about that shit. You give up, you be like, hey man, I just give up on everything. But it is what it is. This shit is gonna happen, you know. Shit's gonna be expensive. You gotta work extra hard. You gotta do all those extra things, right? I could just easily, if I wanted to, I'd just be one of those fucking regular dudes and just, I chill the fuck out. Be like, hey man, we make 50,000 for the year. We'll figure it out. We'll get a little fucking. We got 4 or 5 kids, well, 4 kids. Get a little bit of fucking, some extra food stamps, some this and that, and just make it get by with that. I don't live in that world. I don't want to get by. I want to live. I don't want to survive. I want to live. And I want my kids that when they decide, hey, I want to go to college. Like, look at myself. I could have went to a 4-year university, right? Like I had applied to Syracuse. I got accepted to over there. But then once I started doing the math, I'm like, how the fuck I'm gonna go out of state, or how I'm gonna go to upstate New York? Like my mom earned like $28,000. Like my mom barely could pay the fucking rent. Had a old school Saturn, from fucking 1996. You know what I'm saying? I would get like one haircut every 2 months. I'll buy one sneaker for the whole year. Like that's how I grew up. So how the fuck can I go in and be like, hey, just because I went through that, I'm gonna give that to my kids. Nah, I want my kids to go do good, and when they do the GED, their not the GED, the SATs and do all of that shit, they don't have to go in and do a GED or don't have to do any of that crazy shit. They go to a good university, right? You think I don't want to fucking get that experience of like going to college and the shit that you see in the movies and this and that, like shit. I would have loved that. I didn't have that shit. I gotta go, shit. My shit was so fucking rough. I remember going to school, going to college in my first year, and I'm out there. I think I shared this story. I'm out there. I only had the money to go. I don't have the money to come back home. And I'm in Manhattan. So I'm like 35, 40 minutes away from my house. For me to get to my house, it's going to take me a whole day walking. If I decide to walk, it's a 30, 40 minutes on a fucking train. And I'm over there. All my classmates at the time, they're like, hey, man, yo, we gonna go to McDonald's, because that was another thing too. Like my family, we never took shit. Like we don't lived in a project. My mom could barely afford anything, but she never took any of the fucking handouts. Cause somehow, also too, we were never like broke enough to be able to to get any fucking benefits. So we didn't get no fucking food stamps. We didn't get no fucking no Section A, no fucking, because or projects. Like for you to get that shit, you gotta be in a homeless shelter. You gotta do so much shit. So my mom's like, nah, we're not gonna do that. We'll be able to survive. We'll pay for rent late. We'll pay when we can. We'll do what we have to do. But we're not gonna do that fucking shit. We're not gonna go to a fucking shelter, have my kids in the shelter for 2 months, and then they give you Section 8. Like, nah, we didn't do none of that shit. So I'm in there, all the other fucking people, right, in New York City, right? All those fucking other students, they're like, yo, they're like, oh, we gonna, hey, let's go to McDonald's. And I'm like, to eat, whatever, right? I'm in there like, nah, go ahead, yo. I brought some food. Or I'll be like, yo, I'm about to buy, I'm gonna buy a chopped cheese. Man, yo, I don't got no fucking bread. I don't even have money to fucking get back home, right? Then at the end of the day, everybody's like, all right, we out, boom, boom. We coming out of school, da da da, class. Everybody go on the train. Joe, you not coming? Nah, give me a second. I'm thinking about buying some sneakers over here. Bullshit. I'm just waiting for them to leave, right? And then after they leave, I'm in there by the fucking turnstile asking a motherfucker like, yo, you got unlimited MetroCard, you can swipe me in? On some bum shit. On some bum shit, right? Those are the shit that I'm like, I don't want my kids to go through. They don't need to go through shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's the things that you have to understand. We gotta work hard. We gotta do what we have to do out here because shit could get ugly and you end up in situations like that. So if you got a roof over your head, you're able to take care of your kids, right? Continue doing so. Continue doing what you have to do. You know what I mean? I know it gets stressful. I know sometimes your savings going down, doing all this shit. Sometimes it's so much easier to just walk away and be like, hey, you be one of those deadbeat dads, or you be one of those fucking losers who, yeah, they look like they balling, but they really fucking broke. They just doing shit online, living a lifestyle that they can't really afford. You get what I'm saying? Because once you have kids, you have a family, you have this and that. Like it's a different responsibility. When they doing all of this shit, right? They're they're being selfish, and also too, they're not taking responsibility of what they have. If you're somebody that's out here, doing what they have to do, continue continue doing it, man. Don't think that that at the end of the day, like shit is hard, but it is what it is. Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody in here. Yeah, there's some idiot. Shout out to Curry Bow, you fucking goofy. There's always some random fucking idiot talking shit in the chat, especially now, because now you get random people popping up on your live streams. It is what it is. I don't even care. It's like it's so fucking goofy. Anyways, should I get into trade or plumbing electrician? Well, bro, I don't know. It's up to you. I just know I'm not getting into no plumbing. I'm not doing none of that shit. I'm not gonna be one of these fucking people blowing their backs out, coming home all dirty. That's not me. That's for somebody else. If they like that type of job, they could do it. I'm good. I could make bread in a computer, bro. You know what I'm saying? I could make bread from my house. I could do this shit from anywhere in the world. The flexibility that I have, like I wouldn't trade this shit for nothing. Let me see. Shout out to everybody. Joe, how realistic is it to make a consistent 1 to 3% profit per day in a trading portfolio? Is this actually achievable without constantly watching the charts, indicators like most traders do? Well, you're gonna have to. It's called day trading. You're gonna have to watch the charts. You're gonna have to go in and get in there, every single day. Can you make 1%? Yes, 100%. Like it's not that hard to make 1%. The problem is not making 1%. The problem is when you go in and you try to, like, let's say for example you set a goal for yourself. You said, well, this month I want to make $5,000. This month I want to make $10,000. That's difficult because not every single day in the market is gonna give you something consistently where you can say, man, I'm making 5,000, 10,000. A lot of the people that go in and show that, what happens is they got the capital to go in and make that bread. A lot of these guys that you see online, like they be bullshitting, like a lot of them, right? Because I've done it where I've gone in, started with $1,000 like portfolio, and I could tell you it's difficult for you to go in and turn that $1,000 to, let's say, $10,000 in the by the end of the month. It's hard. That's difficult, right? Now, what you can make is that $1,000 make it into like 2,500, 2,800, around there, which is almost double it. Which means you're making like around 10%, 15%. Sometimes you make 25. Sometimes you have a good day where you make 50% on a trade. Um, you can go in and make a good extra income. But until you build your capital, you're not gonna see like those big gains like that. Now, some people want to say, "Yeah, you can. This is not." Man, I'm telling you right now, you're gonna blow your account. You're gonna lose everything. It's like look at me yesterday. Yesterday I was trading futures. I was up 2,000 and then end up being minus 600. Now you might say, why didn't I just leave with a 2,000? Well, in my goal, I was trying to hit a certain money, certain number for the month. By me putting that expectation and not taking what the market already gave me, right? Then now I end up fucking losing. And that's the shit, that's where a lot of people lose, and that's where the majority of people lose. It's not because the market doesn't give you a good percentage back, it's the fact that you want to get more, right? It's not like, oh, the market does, you don't win. It's sometimes you take risk, but you have to take risks if you want to get big rewards. Like yesterday for me, it was more like it was dumb, right? It was dumb. The market was crashing yesterday. All I had to do was just stay on the short, let it go all the way down, and then just once it starts curling up, get out. And that's what I did on the first trade. I went in from the top, boom, let that shit run all the way to the bottom, made $2,000. So then now it curls up, and then it came back down, and then I missed the way down again because I was doing something else. Kylie, you need to lower that, please. So at the same time, I go in and how you call this shit? I don't know. Sometimes it was a dumb thing. I go in and I'm like, okay, we're down so much. I'm like, we have to come back up. But you gotta remember this. When it comes to futures, is just follow the fucking trend, right? So I'm treating futures as if it's like stocks in a sense of like I'm like, okay, we're down like 300, 600, like 300, 400 points. Like I don't even know. I think we was like at 2,800 and some time. At the end, we ended up at 2,400 points on NASDAQ futures. And I was like, I don't know why. It's like I'm doing it to myself. I'm trying to predict when the curl up is going to happen. Because it was down by so much. I'm like, okay, we was at 2,800, okay, 2,700, okay, 2,600, 2,500. I'm like, okay, 2,500, we gotta bounce back. It's 300 fucking points already. This shit continues fucking going down. So I got killed because I over leveraged. I was like, okay, there was a moment where it was coming up and it wasn't really coming up. It was just like, okay, retesting freaking resistance. And I'm like, all right, we good. This shit's about to break this thing and go up to the upside. So in a sense, what I did was I already had that cushion of $2,000, and I went in and I basically said, I'm gonna take this risk, which was pretty much go in with the whole 2,000 that I already made. Now, if this shit would have played out properly, it would have been like a fucking a $20,000-$30,000 day, bro. But it could have still been a $20,000-$30,000 day if I went in and all I did was just ride the fucking wave down. Let it ride until this shit breaks off. If this shit's gonna fall off a cliff, let it fall off a cliff. Yesterday was so fucking nasty in NASDAQ, bro. Go look up the chart on NASDAQ futures. Bro, that shit was nasty. This shit never came back up all the way till the close of the market. I haven't seen some shit like this. I don't know if that was a good thing. I mean, we kind of saw on the chart there was like we had like in the overall time, it was like a head and shoulder in a sense. But I don't know. I was really, I'm like, there's no way the fucking futures and the economy could go so bad for the end of the year, like for 2026. Like, yo, this shit dropped like crazy. If I would have known that shit, I would have just let it ride. That shit would have been like fucking 20 something, 30, 40, $50,000, bro. No cap. Because it dropped so much. It dropped so fucking much. And then I was really trying to time. Don't try to time shit. It's like, hey, you get here, boom, capture your fucking way down or capture your way up, and then just, use your stop loss. I try to do some shit that I was like, man, I'm about to end the year with a bang. Because I'm already up 2,000. I'm already with a cushion. And the previous day, I made like 1,500. So I was like, all right. But, so I was like, sometimes you got to take a risk like that. It was a bad risk because I just didn't know the fucking market was just going to crash. Like, it was bad. That shit, it never came back up. Usually when on futures, if it goes up like 100 points up, it'll start curling down. If it goes down 100, 150 points, then it starts curling up. This shit was down like 300, 400, 500 fucking points. This shit got fucking ugly last night. So I got caught up on that. And I was like, oh my God. After being up, $2 to leave minus 600, damn, that means in a sense I lost 2,600 in that fucking one trade. But I over traded. I bought too many micro contracts. I was like, I'm trying to end it with a bang. If it works out, it's gonna be crazy. If it doesn't work out, it is what it is. I'm gonna catch a small L, and basically I'm losing the profit of the day. But yeah, man, you could definitely make some bread. It's just you gotta have a mindset of what you want to leave with. Like for me, I'm already profitable for the month. When I take those big L's like that, it's usually because I get too comfortable. I have like a 3 weeks of green and I'm comfortable and I take a big risk. And that's one thing that I'm going to work on for 2026. Like I'm just going to go consistent I'm not taking no big risk. Like when you take big risk, yeah, you could win a lot, but it's much better for you to just stay consistent. Like if I'm making $800 to $1,600 a day, I'm good. Like who the fuck makes that shit? Like you know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of people that be like, yo, who makes $800, $1,600, right, in a day? Not a lot of people. So it's like be grateful with that. So can you make a 1 to 3%? Yeah, you could definitely make it. The problem is once you get to a certain point, you start getting greedy. And that's the thing that I still got to work on even to this day. I got 3 years trading, Consistently I made bread. But the problem is that when I do lose, I lose big because I take too much risk. David, he says, I think the last day of the year has been red day for like 5 years in a row. Hello, miss. Yeah, I'm in a quick live. I'm doing my first day live stream. I'm just a random dude with a hat on today. Look at this baby. Lila, what you doing here?
Where are the kids? Where are the boys?
I don't know. I think they're sleeping still. Lila, what's going on, baby? How much, baby? How much you need that? Kiss. Hey, my baby. Hey, my baby. That's the cutest chinita in the world. No, you can't. No.
You want grapes?
You want grape, baby? But yeah, man, it's crazy. Market got crazy yesterday. But yeah, man, like I said, guys, I'm about to see you guys later. Definitely go check out on CodingPhase if you haven't started on your trading journey. We're gonna make that course available to all of you guys today. So go ahead, log in. Let me know what you guys think. All right. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna see you guys later. It's your boy Joe back at it again. CodingPhase.com. Happy New Year's. Let's go hard this year. All right. Positive energy.